Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael, and today we are going to have a shorter coaster spotlight, as this is called Mack Model Coasters. So it's a singular coaster in this park, and this park isn't even connected to the entrance yet, so at this point, it's not accessible to guests. But this is a really cool Mack coaster design, so it's called Mack Model Coasters, and it's created by kristofhulsmans, I think is how you say that. As the description was in the intro, or the name was in the intro video. But as you can see, just beautiful lighting, a really interesting layout, and we're going to look in more detail after we ride the coaster. But I will say I have ridden the coaster. It does need some smoothing here and there, so keep that in mind. But I mean, the idea and the concept, like look at that right out of the station. Um, let's see if we can. It's going to have this launch over that little bunny hill, and then another one. I mean, that is just such a cool concept. And one thing, too, when you talk about sometimes smoothing stuff out, is if you create these unique custom inversions, sometimes smoothing it out can mess up the shaping. And so, that's one of the things, too, is maybe sometimes people don't smooth it out quite as much because they don't want to mess up the shape that they've created with their inversion. But look at this. This is really cool. And we can see there's a custom invert or custom supports over there. And so it's almost like this is like an Alpine setting or something, just kind of up in the mountains almost. Like it's got a really cool kind of feel to it. Um, I mean, a really cool kind of majestic looking station. Um, I say majestic because it's really high up and it looks really cool, really well done. But what I want to do is I want to walk from this this faux path over here, this fake path. You got this bridge. I don't know why this is giving me like Sleepy Hollow vibes, but really kind of cool and kind of eerie at the same time. And you got the custom fencing. Really, really cool. Only thing I'd maybe say is because of how um, these wall pieces just have kind of like because of how they look on the edges, maybe you could take one of these beams. Is this a 4 meter? Take a 2 meter wood column or the 4 meter and have it go across the top just to give it that extra bit of kind of detail. That would be maybe my only suggestion because this looks really, really awesome. Um, yeah, I mean, you even put, or no, is that part of the coaster? Oh no, that's actually, yeah, that was put there as like a support, so that's cool too. So a lot of detail being used here, and now this comes directly to the entrance path. How did that employee get there? But as you can see, even the entrance path has all got this custom fencing. You can tell by her ankles a little bit. So I wonder if this could be lowered just a tad bit. Oh, I see what they're doing. Kind of trying to hide some of the imperfections with it being a raised path. I gotcha. But then I love the detail too with this kind of bridge here. How you've got some elevated a little bit higher. That's a really really cool idea. Love the queue. Is it's indoor, and then now you come outdoor and you get to see kind of some of the end of the coaster, like that inversion right there. That's really cool. All right, it's got one of those ending brake runs. I love it when queue paths kind of pass underneath kind of the entrance or exit of the coaster. I think that's really cool. All right, so now here we come to the main section up here, and this little extra bit, I think it's just a really cool touch. Now the only thing I'll say is by having these here, by having those right there where they're at, um, you're kind of um, messing up the walkway. What I would say, what you could do is let's see if I can highlight a lot of this. Let's get off that for a second. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see how this would work. I don't know for sure. Um, just trying to test it out. So I wonder if say split from building. Yeah, so if you just brought everything down kind of to that level. then that looks a little bit more, that would look a little bit more natural. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so that looks a little, because now you got the walkways aren't kind of covered, and you can just kind of continue this up here. But I mean, this is really really cool with the detail and design. I love it. Um, Really good lighting. I really do like the overhangs. And what I was saying there was nothing bad. Just something I noticed. But I do kind of like it on this side how it's kind of got this barrier from the wall. So I believe that's from the wall. It really annoys me how in this game when you're not even trying to click on the coaster, like you're trying to click on a piece that's above the coaster and it just clicks on the coaster. But then having all this extra detail here is really really cool. So without further ado, this is called Phoenix or Phonics. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was an E. It's a launch vector. Um, to me, I've always thought these were more intimate launch trains. I could be totally wrong. Please tell me in the chat, because I've always, I'm definitely feel pretty confident with a lot of my coaster knowledge. But in terms of like maybe some of the launch coaster models in this game, I don't know which ones necessarily model which company. I mean, obviously the Copperhead Strike one models the Mack coaster design, but as we see all green across. Look at the results. G-force is pretty good. Those are getting up a little bit higher. That's not bad though. 133-foot drop, which is nice. Max speed 64 miles per hour. Really long coaster. And 8 inversions. Ooh, 8 airtime hills. This is gonna be awesome. All right. I don't know what you guys think, but that was phenomenal and fantastic. Like I said, needs a little bit more smoothing. I think maybe one more pass would be good. But most of these inversions seem to be custom. Like I know that Cobra roll over there isn't. Um, Most of the other ones seem to be, and just the attention to detail on here is just awesome. Like having this little bridge, like you don't even notice this when you're on the ride. Like what in the world? But it's just given that extra little bit of detail just makes the whole difference with individual kind of rides like this and just all the buildings around. And to me, like airtime to me is my favorite of anything. I mean, zero G rolls, love those as well. So maybe that stall would be pretty cool right there. But I think the first launch, as you kind of launch over the two hills, is just so cool. And then here at the end, like check out the airtime on this hill that you would get. Like that would be some pretty intense airtime, especially if you're in the back. I feel like that'd just be some crazy ejector airtime. But yeah, so let's take a look in the daytime. So I want to point out a couple things too that I wonder if people notice. Like I said, that bridge over there. I mean, this looks amazing in the daytime as well, especially here with the mountains in the background. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. This is so well done. Absolutely love it. And I love here, I mean, adding in this walkway on the other side. Like there is no need to necessarily add that in, but yet it just gives it that extra sense of realism. And then the custom supporting for that, like that looks really cool. Um, so yeah, really, really well done. Really enjoyed that. What are y'all's thoughts? Make sure to go download this on the workshop. Hit that like button, um, and make sure to rate this on the workshop as well. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm gonna leave you guys with the daytime POV. and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.